Hi, this is Ritesh. Welcome to your face reading channel. In this video, I'm going to share with you why superstitions can prove to be extremely dangerous for you and how it impacts the elemental cycle and basically one major element of yours which influences your personality in a discouraging way. So let's learn the art of Chinese face reading through the knowledge of 5 elements as to how having superstitions can prove to be detrimental for you. So let's go into the magic board to uncover the explanation behind having superstitions and what impact it does to you and your personality. Welcome to the magic board, guys. Herein, I'm going to explain to you step by step or in a brief way as to how superstitions can be dangerous for your personality and how it can influence you not in a very positive way, right? So we are going to use the art of 5 elements, and I'm going to explain you which element gets impacted when you exercise superstitions into your life. That could be of any nature. And before I really get into the art of elements, I want to share with you a story of my particular life when I was in my 17 or in my teenage. I used to have a lot of superstitions. Somewhere I used to play a lot of sports, majorly badminton, and I had this superstition or a belief in my mind that if I touch if I let me draw a badminton court just for your easy understanding. Just ignore the kind of art I have, because I never scored A plus in my hearts. It was always on the benchmark of passing. Maybe teacher was gracious enough to pass me in my art. So yes, that was it. That was it. So imagine this is a badminton court, and while playing somewhere, I had these thoughts in my mind that if I touch this particular line with my feet, like before serving, before putting a serve to the other half of the court, right? If I touch this line with my left feet, I'll be able to win the match. If I touch my this line with the other feet, I'm going to win the match. Somewhere this kind of belief occurred, and possibly I won some matches, I lost some matches, but then this superstition belief developed to such an extent that even when I cross the road, right? And there are people walking on the road. So I used to think that if I'm going to see them, or if I'm going to see a certain person on the street, maybe good things will happen to me. Or if it doesn't happen, that is going to prove to be not good for me or could be dangerous for me. So kind of these false fears did get generated, and believe me guys, it was absolutely difficult for me to get over or to get rid of these superstitions or superstitious belief that developed, I possibly believe, from the badminton court, or because my mom have certain influences over certain things in life in my growing years. Maybe I developed that at that point in time, superstitions, or possibly at this. But the point is that I was pretty superstitious up till I feel 23, 24, and it used to hinder me or hinder my progress a lot, especially when things doesn't go as per what I want, or if I touch the line of the badminton court and I used to lose the match. I used to think that I did that, but I couldn't win the match, right? Even in the possibility, or even in that moment, it makes one fearful, right? So by superstition, what is something that you can link is that superstition is something that makes you fearful, right? In a normal terms, I'm not talking about elements as of now, but in general, if we are superstitious, or if we are having superstitious belief about certain things, let's say quite a lot of performers have that before the match or before a competition, we can get superstitious for certain things, which could be as silly as it can get. Like in cricket, people used to wear left pad first and then the right pad, and they used to follow the patterns if they score runs high, right? Or if they perform well, they used to continue that particular routine. So superstitions in general, what it can do is that it can make you fearful, because it wants you to exercise the same routine that you have exercised, which could be silly in nature, but somewhere because you're attached with the performance and you want not to fail, somewhere that not failing is generating a sense of fear into you. So we can say that superstitions are what make you fearful, right? Sorry for that. How did that happen? So yeah, superstitions are what is something that makes you fearful, right? And each of the five elements that you are seeing on the screen, these five elements have five different sense of energy that they possess, and each of these five elements have a sense of emotions attached to it. So water is the first element of that is being classified in Chinese medicine, and the emotion of water is of fear. Right. So imagine water to be like a river, and as river has no boundaries, right? Similarly, people who have immense water into their profile or personality, they can think pretty deep. But then because they have no boundaries, it is like they're bound to be fearful, right? They're bound to get in a state where they may freeze because they know no ends. Creating a boundary for them can be a struggle, right? And when we exercise superstitions, what we are doing is we are casting a lot of fear into our life. And when we are casting a lot of fear into our life, what happens is that we freeze our jing, which is the essential component for us to flow. And jing is like the inherent constitutional energy. In Chinese medicine, it is classified as the inherent constitutional strength that we were born with. And during the freezing of the jing, which is the, like you can say, chi is the life force and jing is the inherent constitutional strength that you have came up with. If there is some freezing block or freezing situation that occurred into your life, that kind of like freezes your flow of life, that kind of like freezes your creativity in life, because water very much relates to thinking deep, very much relates to creativity, very much relates to plummeting the depth of the subconscious, right? When you get fearful, it kind of impacts and pushes your water element back. And water, if the quality of water is to be very courageous, on the downside it can be very fearful, right? So it's very important that you fight out your fear with immense courage of the water, and not get like bombarded by the superstitions that you may have into your life. Maybe if you have done certain things good into your life by following a specific routine, if you feel it's silly, just make sure that you break it, because it can really detriment your progress and put you back into the elemental cycle, right? Why I have captured the image of this particular cat is because somewhere there is a belief that when a cat crosses the path, that's a bad omen, right? So that is also very important for us to understand that cat has a specific goal, maybe to reach from point A to point B, and it is not thinking that that's a good or a bad omen for her. For her, that's her only goal, to cross from point A to point B. And if we kind of cultivate this belief that when we are walking and a cat has crossed the path, it kind of is not good for us, it is only going to add negativity to our element, and it will put us back into the elemental cycle, and it will affect the very first element of our nature, or the very sense of water energy that enhances the flow of life, right? So whenever you feel that you're becoming fearful, your water is being compromised, your water energy is taking a hit. So things that makes you fearful or people who makes you fearful are directly affecting the water energy of your life. And people who are extremely in states of fear, you'll observe in their eyes as well, or in their skin in general. If this is a face, you'll observe the under eye area to be a little dark, to be a little sunken. And whenever there are aspects of sunkenness on the face, that can very much indicate that water has decreased and maybe fear has increased, right? So that's one of the strong reasons that superstitions can be dangerous, because they add a lot of fear into your life. So make sure to cut your fears, to not be superstitious, because that is not good. I have really suffered a lot having a lot of superstitions in my life, but then it can be a forever challenge for the element that I'm born with, which is of course a strong water element. And water, as I have explained, that has the emotion of fear. So water people may find their way to get fear. And the best way that you can counter your fears is that you can reaffirm yourself or reassure yourself courage, reassure yourself a lot of strength, a lot of positivity, and kind of make sure that your water is flowing and is not like bombarded by the extra fear that your element may pose a threat to, right? So make sure that you keep flowing, and having superstitions is definitely not good. And if certain things is up and good, following a certain pathway, and if it's silly, make sure to break it because that's the only way that you can get rid of superstitions, right? And you can control more of yourself. Right, so yes, that is pretty much it for this particular video. And if you want to learn face reading, the art of 5 elements, the meaning of 5 elements, the 19 facial traits that I have explained over my webpage, you can definitely go ahead to my website. This is chehraspeaks.com. You can access the link. I'll make sure to give it in the description. Just ignore this Z. I think this was made for the video itself. Somewhere I did a mistake, but this is my website. You will have this as a web page. You can get the face reading by clicking on this link, which will redirect you to my business WhatsApp account. There are lots of feedbacks, and then you will have this page where I'm on the background. This is actually a scene of Vietnam. I think I was in I think Da Nang it was that I was here. There was a Buddhist picture, Buddha's picture there somewhere, and my brother-in-law actually clicked this picture, I believe. But yes, that story is not meant to be said here. But yes, you can access the face reading masterclass by clicking this link, and this will redirect you to my web page that hosts the course. And this is my profile here. Everything here is there. Unlock the power of 5 elements, the 19 facial traits. So it's like 2 courses packed in one. A lot of learnings, insights, and yes, this is the place that I have been to. I think you have seen in the other video as well. So I won't boast a lot about my course, but yes, you can learn more about it when you get to my site. I'll make sure to attach the link in the description as well. So for this video, I'm done. Let me know which types of video do you desire and which form of content you prefer, and I'll try to keep as functional a video as it can be. Do also give me your insights, because it's you and me that is going to make a difference together in each of our lives, right? So make sure to help me, and if you have liked this content, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and give lots of love. From my side, I bid you goodbye and have an amazing day ahead.